Assalamu alaikum, dear viewers, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I will be discussing on a topic that is very interesting to all Muslim ladies. Well, the topic is beauty and modesty and how to balance both. The reason I deem this topic as interesting is because we as women, we are obsessed with beauty. If you can give me one woman who will confidently say she doesn't like beauty, I wouldn't even believe. Because beauty is priceless and an asset to every lady. Beauty comes with attractiveness and admiration, making you feel whole, contentment, and confidence. The joy of you being praised or called beautiful is so undescribable and incomparable. It takes you to a whole new world and letting you feel like a queen. So let's ask ourselves, what is this beauty that every woman craves for and yearns to have? A lot of us would say that beauty is a nice facial appearance with makeup all over, while some would say beauty is having bodily curves and putting on tight and revealing clothes with makeup all over and a touch of mascara and lip gloss. But all of that, sisters, is just a little bit of what beauty truly is. Beauty has a broader concept. It is a wide compared to what anyone can say about it. That is why I'm going to break it down and also connect it with modesty. Beauty in an Islamic view for a Muslimah is character and inner qualities, not just physical and facial appearance. It can be categorized in two forms. The first one is beauty from within, which is the inner beauty. This refers to a person's moral character, piety, and good deeds. It is the primary beauty because it is considered the true and lasting beauty, while the second one is the outer beauty. This particular category of beauty is considered the physical appearance and secondary to the inner beauty. Now let's emphasize on each category, starting with the first one, which is the inner beauty. The inner beauty is all about having piety and good character. In Islam, piety is the profound reverence, obedience, and complete devotion to Allah, encompassing every aspect of a Muslim's life. It is the cornerstone of a believer's faith, guiding your thoughts, actions, and intentions. The key aspect of piety in Islam is fear of Allah, recognizing Allah's omnipotence and justice, leading to a sense of humility and accountability. Obedience, following Allah's command and prohibitions as outlined in the Quran and Hadith. Sincerity, performing actions solely for Allah's pleasure, without ulterior motives. Self-awareness, monitoring one's thought, words, and deeds to ensure alignment with Islamic principles. Righteous deeds, engaging in charitable acts, helping others, and promoting justice. Spiritual growth, cultivating qualities like compassion, forgiveness, and patience. Avoiding sins, repenting for mistakes, seeking forgiveness, and striving to avoid harmful behavior. And the last one, remembrance of Allah, regularly invoking Allah's name, reciting the Quran, and performing prayers. The Quran emphasizes piety throughout, stating that, "Indeed, the most noble of you in the sight of Allah is the most pious." Here, the Quran identifies piety as the number one beauty for any Muslimah who possesses it. Our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, made an illustration in respect to the importance of piety by saying, "Taqwa is here," pointing to his chest, emphasizing its importance in the heart. The Prophet, peace be upon him, also said, "Piety is good manners." Let's ask ourselves, sisters, why did the Prophet ﷺ say so? That is because piety comes with numerous benefits. If a Muslimah is pious, she will have humility, self-discipline, truthfulness, forgiveness, patience, and contentment. I personally identify self-principle as very important because a Muslimah always appears beautiful and modest when she observes self-discipline. Here are my fun ways of how I was able to observe self-discipline. Firstly, understand what the Quran forbids, especially for women. Understand them well. If possible, you should write them down in a book where you can easily check them from time to time. Outline these rules you read from the Quran, then try to observe them one by one. For example, sisters, if you have number 1 as cover your aura when going out, number 2, do not stamp your feet when walking in presence of men, number 3, lower your gaze, number 4, do not come close to zina. You see, you can go on and on for as many instructions you find in the Quran. You will find a lot of helpful instructions that Allah has set for believing women in the Quran. So what you have to do is write them down in chronological order. After that, try to practice it. Then whichever one you are able to become accustomed with, you mark it as done. These are easy ways to observe self-disciplines, right? These are the easy steps I did that I was able to observe self-discipline in the doctrines of Islam. If you are able to accomplish these fun steps, you will definitely notice how elegant and modest you will become over time. Moving to the next and most exciting category of beauty is the outer beauty. Wow, I am getting excited. This part has a lot to talk about. Sisters, do not forget that we said earlier that this aspect of beauty is secondary to the first one, meaning the first beauty, which is the inner beauty, is more important and it guides what our outer beauty is supposed to look like. So, the outer beauty, as we said earlier, is the physical appearance. Personally, I see the physical appearance important too because, as the statement goes, the way you dress, that is how you will be addressed. This is very true, my sisters. Outer beauty is all about how neatly you appear, how modestly you dress, and how reserved you behave. These are the 3 most powerful ways to appear so beautifully in Islam. It is not all about having makeup and revealing your aura before you can say, "Oh yes, I am now looking beautiful." The real beauty, my sisters, is modesty. Now, I will lay emphasis on those 3 ways of enhancing your beauty. As I mentioned, number 1 is how modestly you dress. Always ensure the clothes you wear are nicely pressed and not looking rumpled. Carefully select the type of clothes you wear and the colors. The colors should be well aligned and not having too many unmatching colors. Try to be elegant and modest when you dress. And always remember that simplicity is always the best. The second is how neatly you appear. Like I said earlier on, beauty is not about caking your face with makeup. Beauty is also paying attention to details. Islam is a religion that encourages cleanliness and decency. Here are some helpful advice to stay clean as a Muslimah. Always clean yourself from your hair to your toe. Pay attention to every details. Your hair, your nails, your pubic hair, and your ears. Try as much as possible to always keep those areas clean. Fix days to clean you up yourself, like for example every week. By doing this, you're going to give yourself that nice treatment. I will also advise my sisters to put henna, if you can, to beautify your hands. Then the third and final one is how reserved you behave. Now, sisters, this is self-explanatory. How well you behave, how reserved you behave. Beauty is always seen in women who are reserved. Trust me, Any woman who is reserved will always be identified as beautiful by everyone. Elegant and modest. These are beautiful qualities that almost everyone notices. A Muslimah who has these qualities are always admired by people, and that is a true fact. So, sisters, enhancing your beauty is including both the outer and inner beauty in your consideration. You must you must put them into check, both your inner and outer beauty. They walk hand in hand. If you want to look beautiful, working on these two will surely give you what you want. So I hope you find them useful, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you stay updated on my latest content. Assalamu alaikum.